Welcome back, everybody. Karen Dosters here from the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, making a wonderful holiday dessert, perfect for Thanksgiving. Good to see you already. Ready or not, here it comes.
You bet.
I know it. And this is a fun, kind of a fancy way to do a pumpkin-y dessert. We're making a pumpkin cake roll. So it would also be lovely to put out on a buffet. Can you make this ahead a little bit?
Absolutely. You can make it several days ahead. You can even freeze it and take it out later. So
nice.
This is perfect. And if you're familiar with a roll, a pumpkin roll, quite often it has cream cheese in it. This is kind of kick it up a little bit with mascarpone, Wisconsin mascarpone cheese, which is a very rich, creamy cheese.
Yum. Okay, so we're making a homemade cake batter.
Correct. So we're going to start with 3 eggs and then 1 1/4 cup of sugar.
Okay.
And you want to beat that till it's nice and foamy, about 3-4 minutes. So we'll get going with that.
Okay.
While that's beating, I'm going to work on the dry ingredients, Amy. And I have 3/4 cup of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay. So we're going to add that afterwards. Okay.
So pretend that this is
right. That's ready. Okay. Then we're going to add some canned pumpkin. This is the pumpkin puree.
Okay. We
don't want to have the
pumpkin pie filling.
Right. Just the pumpkin puree. So put that in there. And also we want a teaspoon of vanilla. So we want to mix that all in. Okay. Now your oven is going to be at 350 degrees. And as you can see, I have a jelly roll pan, which is a 15 by 10 by 1 inch. I've sprayed it, I put parchment paper, I don't want it to stick, So we're gonna mix those ingredients together. And once that's mixed, you could speed up the speed a little bit so it's all nice and mixed in. Well, and then we'll remove that and we're gonna add the dry ingredients, but you're going to mix it in by hand. Because it's just like a a muffin or anything like that. You don't want it to be overmixed.
So get rid of the mixer.
All right. And see,
go ahead
we have our spatula. Okay, we'll use this spatula right here, and we're going to mix it in.
So it makes one.
Yeah, one cake, and we're going to. What the key is to this jelly roll is the rolling part, which you have to do when it's warm. You have to make sure it doesn't stick.
So why don't I work on that? I'll work on it, and then this goes
in the oven for about 15 to 18 minutes, depending upon your oven.
And so the really important part of this is the parchment line and baking spray that parchment so that we can roll this up no problem.
So I have my cake there. That's finished. It's still warm. I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to show you the method here. We're going to take a towel. Move this over here, kind of a flat towel, and to help it prevent it from sticking, I'm going to put a lot of powdered sugar on here. I've tried this many times. This seems like this is the secret. So
powdered sugar on a clean kitchen towel. Who knew?
And then I'm going to take this cake and invert it on there. And we're going to take off the parchment paper carefully. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more on here, like this.
Oh, but that cake smells delicious, really
And then
yummy.
what we're going to do is roll it, sort of like this.
So without the filling?
Correct.
You don't put the filling in?
And you let that sit aside for about 2 hours or so till it's cool.
Well, you made that look so easy. I'm like, how do you roll a cake? So
lots of practice. Good. Then when we're ready to fill it, now this has been sitting for a while. You want to really carefully unroll it. You may see some tears in there, but that's okay because you're going to be filling it and rolling it up, and it will be all good. So this is going to be ready to be filled. All right. And don't even push this one down here like that.
Just leave it.
Okay. So what we have here is some Wisconsin mascarpone cheese. All right. And we're going to add to that 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, so you can mix that together.
You bet.
Okay. And then I've already whipped up some whipped cream. To stiff peaks, and this is going to be 1 cup. And then we're going to add that to that, and that's our filling that we're going to fill into the cake.
And mascarpone cheese is normally what you'd find in tiramisu. So it's just a lovely, soft Italian cream cheese. So this now goes into this?
Well, actually, this goes into this. So we're going to mix that in there and fold it in. Exactly.
Oh, that looks good.
And again, the Wisconsin mascarpone cheese, we have award-winning cheese here that we make, and it's just a rich, buttery type of flavor to it, and just really kicks up the flavor of a lot of these kinds of desserts.
The filling, look, the cake looks spectacular, but the filling I could eat by a spoonful.
So what you want to do is carefully actually start out here, and you can help me by just holding that up a little bit. As we're moving a little bit fast here. Kind of get it started underneath there. Here we go. And then we're going to put some more in the middle and spread it out.
So the cool thing is when you slice this, you're going to get these
Right.
gorgeous little rolls. So it seems a little putsy, but let me tell you, you want to look
It's
like
well
a rock
worth it.
star. Yeah.
And as I said, you can make it ahead of time and freeze it. Freeze is great.
Freeze
Pull it out.
without
Wrap
the
it up.
filling?
No, you roll it all up.
Okay.
And then put saran wrap on it. And just take it out the day before or that morning. And there you
Love
go.
it.
So then just very carefully, I'll take this right here. You kind of want to roll
it back up.
and,
Okay.
you know, it might stick a little bit. You just kind of go like this.
And here we have one all done.
Yeah.
We just dust it with a little more
bit of
powdered sugar. It looks so
Yeah.
beautiful on a platter, and then when you slice it, we'll have to slice them up a little later
Yeah,
and show
and
you
then
how
you just
pretty
kind of
it
let
looks.
it sit in the refrigerator for a couple hours before you slice it, and it makes some beautiful slices on
And
there.
so almost serve it chilled, you know?
Yeah,
Okay. Yum.
Right.
It's going to be moist and, oh, I can hardly wait to have a piece of that. What are we making next time here?
We're going to be making a pumpkin tiramisu. It's tiramisu, but it has pumpkin in it as well. And it's
that sounds
also
good.
Wisconsin mascarpone cheese, which makes it even better.
I can hardly wait. We'll be back with more desserts, so stay with us.